So hi to Ryan Harb, and I understand you're a sustainability manager at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, USA.
Yep.
And this is Mike Grenville from Transition Forest Row. So thanks very much, Ryan, for talking to us today on International Permaculture Day.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Which is, I think, a first. And I was very interested to see that the project that you're involved in is converting grass lawns on the campus there into gardens, basically permaculture gardens. And I think that's, I've always had a sort of a feeling about lawns that I say to people, they're so 20th century. So, so how did this, tell us just a bit more about what you do and how you got involved and where the idea for the Lawns project came in.
Sure. So way back, there was a student group back in 2001 who proposed a permaculture garden on the campus. And they got that approved. They built one. And it was kind of, if you look at the campus as a permaculture design, it was probably around like the Zone 4 area. It was a little bit off campus. It wasn't in a highly visible location. So then 8 years later, another group of students, kind of a new generation, said we want to put a permaculture garden in Zone 1. We want to do it in a very visible location.
Yep.
We want to put it right outside of the dining commons. And at that time, the dining services they were really into this. They were already buying a lot of local food, and they saw this as going right along with their local food purchasing. So that's when I came on. I was writing my graduate thesis on how to transform a grass lawn into a permaculture garden and why it makes sense environmentally and economically. So it was right place at the right time. I got the job, and now we've been really successful here for the past couple of years.
So it's been running about 2 years.
Yep.
And you also recently won, just a few weeks ago, first place in a White House Campus Champions of Change Challenge. Mm-hmm. And I saw the video of you sitting there with President Obama, and who've also done some work on converting I'm not sure if it was their lawns, but certainly an area of the White House garden. Did you get a tour of that while you were there?
Not of the garden, but I got to go in the White House while I was there.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, one of the comments that he made to the group of you that was there was about really having persistence and sticking to what you believe, but also learning from failures.
Right.
What are there any lessons from that he said to you that made you reflect? What have you learned from what failures you've had?
Yeah, well, definitely what he said. He said, make sure you hold that positive vision and know what you want, and really don't stop at anything until you get it. And you are going to come up against those challenges, and that's what happens. That's what life is, or part of it. And we've definitely run into challenges. Just trying to navigate an entire university. There's so many different departments and people and stakeholders, and trying to make sure everyone's has their buy-in and their voice heard is pretty challenging at an institution of this size. I think the students that I work with have done a fantastic job, and I feel really motivated every single day just waking up and knowing that I'm not going at this alone. I have this group of 15 individuals, the UMass Permaculture Committee, which is just, they're rock stars. They're just doing so well here, and I'm so proud of them, and it's great working with them. So
what are some of the challenges that you've had? I mean, because a lot of people see lawns as, places to go and sit on, and part of the beauty of the place around. People haven't the idea of shifting from that being something productive. Was that a challenge for some, saying, we like our lawns?
Mm. Yeah, there is definitely an aesthetic component to the university that we definitely have to take into consideration. It needs to be very tidy. So sometimes, permaculture systems will get a little bit wild looking, and there is a certain aesthetic that we have to, take into account being right on a university campus. There's also just the challenge of having students that are only here for, usually 4 years. And some of them might not start on the project until they're a junior or a senior, so they might only be here for 1 or 2 years. Yep. And so it's dealing with that transient population, which is the university, which is also a great opportunity, though. And that's kind of, I think the Chinese have a word, crisis, which means danger, but also opportunity. And, we see that even though it's a transient population, that means, 5,000 more students come here every single year. And that's 5,000 more individuals who can be exposed to what permaculture really is. Yeah. And so it's been really wonderful to just try to figure that out and try to just expose what we're doing to a lot of people.
That's great. So what is it that you can really say about permaculture for on International Permaculture Day? What's your message?
Yeah, I would say it's such a great opportunity to raise awareness to more people across the planet on what permaculture is, what permaculture demonstration sites and research sites look like, who are permaculturists, and what exactly do they do. And I think it's just a great opportunity to highlight all the projects and the individuals who are doing this great work all across the planet, and also just show that it's such a large and global network. And I think that's one of the strongest points of what permaculture is it's not just a few people who are doing it, but it's people all over the world, normal people. It's one of the definitions I heard is applied common sense. Uh-huh. So people, just they get it once you get turned on to these ideas and learn how to just, observe and mimic nature. It just all starts coming about, and some of the greatest projects I've seen are located in just so many different places with people of all broad range of experience, gardeners, non-gardeners, just everyone celebrating what they're doing across the world.
Great, that's fabulous. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thanks very much for speaking to us today. Look forward to hearing more, or to seeing lots more lawns being converted into permaculture gardens. Thank you so much.
Thank you.